Morning! Happy Tuesday! Happy book review day! Today's book is Draining New Orleans by Richard Campanella. And this is a book all about how New Orleans basically went from being a swampy, marshy, wetlands area into a city, and then the struggle really with that. So it is intensely researched and very detailed. It almost kind of reads like a dissertation, so it's not, it's not quick reading, but man, is it super interesting. And he has all these awesome maps and photographs included of old New Orleans and the way the town was developed and the different people who worked to really dry up. Because really, the idea initially with New Orleans was, this is a great port city. However, for humans, it's not ideal for all this water and marshy stuff to be there. If we want to live there, we need to dry it out. And so it really was this man-made challenge, like this man against nature kind of thing. And they worked really hard to dry it out. And, consequently, have suffered lots of problems with hurricanes and just trying to fight nature is a hard fought battle, I guess. And one of the things he does towards the end, it's very chronologically based. Towards the end, then what he does is he does talk about like modern ideas of what we should do, and this is not too surprising, but a lot of it is we should kind of undo what we had done. A lot of the work we have done has been destructive and counterproductive. And so, they're looking at ways of rewatering and letting more mangroves kind of handle, the water influx and that kind of stuff. And I read some books about mangroves, interestingly, recently, and they're super fascinating plants. And, they really do a lot to prevent erosion and filter water, and they're super important. So reintroducing those or encouraging them to grow more in New Orleans, I think is really only a good thing. The other thing I really enjoy about Campanella's book is at the end, he has a timeline. And these dates are all mentioned within the book itself. But, if you wanted to just kind of skim the timeline, and it's not a short timeline, it's almost 20 pages. It starts in the 1700s and it goes right up to, what's the last date on here? 2021. And, the timeline pieces are fairly detailed. It's also really interesting to learn things like how most development like this was really privatized, that it was not driven by federal governments. And it really wasn't until like the 1950s that the federal government started to get more involved with helping with disasters and those kind of things. So this book, interesting. I see it kind of as a fun partner with Cadillac Desert, Mark Reisner, which is all about the water in the Southwest. And both of them are super interesting books. If you read them together, you kind of get this picture of how problematic it is when we try to force nature to do things that it doesn't want to do. And maybe there's a way to realize why nature is operating the way it is, and then finding a way to operate within those facilities instead. So anyway, if you're looking for a complex read about New Orleans, this is super interesting. Draining New Orleans by Richard Campanella. And then the other one I had mentioned was Cadillac Desert by Mark Reisner. So what are you reading? Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.